Hi guys, today we're going to do another episode in my Makeup Diaries series, and I'm so glad that a lot of you seem to be enjoying this because I'm having a really good time filming them, and it's fun for me to go back through and see the looks that I've done and kind of, see if I've been in a makeup rut or if I've been creative or what I've been doing, what I've been using, and it's just a good time. So if you're new to this series, basically what I do is I kind of string together like a week of makeup looks and I show you what I used. So they're not necessarily like looks that I've done back to back, but it's just like 7 clips that I've filmed, usually within like a pretty short period of time. So sometimes I'm reviewing different brands back to back and it just kind of depends. So I'm gonna start off by telling you what is on my face today. So usually I will go through my base products and stuff in the first look because I tend to use a lot of the same things, so I don't repeat myself in the next looks. If I don't mention my foundation in like the second and third look, it's just because I'm using the same thing that I'm using today, which is most of the time. So I'm using the Very Valentino Light Lasting Perfecting Foundation. This has been a holy grail now for a very long time. I've tried a couple of other foundations here and there that I kind of like try to rotate in between, but this is my holy grail on my oily skin. Something to keep in mind. I find this to wear very, very well on me, and I like my makeup to last from when I put it on in the morning until I go to bed. Like, I'm not someone who does makeup for YouTube. Like, yeah, I do, like, that's kind of what I do, but I also like to wear my makeup. So I like to do my makeup in the morning. I like to get ready in the morning, and then I like to wear my makeup the rest of the day. I'm not someone who just puts on makeup to film. So I do want my makeup to last, and I find this to be an amazing, amazing, amazing foundation. It's quite expensive. I've been kind of trying to find like some more affordable options. You also don't get a lot of products in here, which is also kind of annoying. It's only 25 mils, which most foundations are 30. So I'm like, I kind of wish I could find something that I like just as much as this, but right now it's just gonna have to be the one that I'm using because I love it so much. Same goes for the Lancome Tainted Old Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. It's like the first time I have not stumbled over my words trying to say that. So today is gonna be a good day. But this is an amazing concealer. I'd say it has like medium coverage or so, and it just blends itself. And what I like about this one is the shade. This is the shade Buff N. I'm usually a light neutral in all foundations. That's what I always pick up, and I find that when I put this on, sometimes I forget that I even put on concealer, and I almost like forget to blend it out because it just like blends into my skin, and I can barely even see that I put it on before I blend it out. So I love this so much. It wears beautifully on me. It has good coverage, just super easy to work with. It creases a little bit, but like I have lines under my eyes, which any concealer is gonna crease. So this is like minimal creasing for, what I've tried in other concealers. My powder is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Setting Powder. I've just been using this for what feels like years now. It's affordable. It sets my makeup. That's all. My brow products are still the same. I'm using the CoverGirl Ultra Fine Brow Pencil in the shade Soft Brown, just to fill in my brows, and then I use the West Barnes & Co. brow pen to like create hair-like strokes because I barely have any brows, so I gotta fake them. So those are the brow products that I've been using. Now let's get into the more fun stuff. For my bronzer today, I'm not using the ones that I normally use. I'm still kind of playing around with the Florasis palette. This is the face palette that they sent me, and I'm just using the bronzer, and I really like it. It's pretty subtle, but I like that in my bronzers. I'm definitely more of a blush person, so I prefer my blush to be more prominent than my bronzer. So I like having a little something as a bronzer, but nothing like too out there. So this palette has been really, really nice for me. My blush, I'm sure no one's surprised, I still cannot put this down. It's one of my absolute favorites. It's the Pat McGrath Holiday palette from last year, and I'm using this blush right here, which is the number Electric Bloom, so number 4 in the palette, this one. It is so beautiful. I love a pink blush. Let's see, my highlighter today is the Noctilucent palette from Blend Bunny. No one at all is surprised unless you're new. I'm using a mixture of these two as well as on my brow bone. Let's see, my eyeshadows today are... See, I just wanted to sit down and do my makeup today. I didn't want to review anything, even though I have a couple of things that I still need to sort of get through, but I feel like I'm at a point where I'm at least caught up with the new, and I feel like the things that I have in my collection that I still haven't used is kind of like old news. Like, I know a lot of you would probably like for me to make content with it, but it's not going to get the amount of views that it would have gotten if I had filmed with it when it was relevant, when I wasn't, if I wasn't sick and stuff and I didn't go on vacation, I would have been more caught up. But I don't even know if I'm going to do content with some of the things I have. I just wanted to play. So I'm using the Simply Posh Genuine Gems palette. This is, I mean, new to me, but it's not really a new palette, but they sent me this in PR a little while back. I did do a review on this one and the Berry Icy palette that they sent me, and I just wanted to play with this again because I was so impressed with the formula of these palettes that I was like, I looked at it, I was like, yeah, I need to use this. And I mean, it's just so pretty. Look at those shimmers. They are stunning. I'm using these two in my crease, and I'm using this one and this one on my lid as my shimmers, and I love it. I love this palette, I love this brand, I love this formula. I think that this is a formula that isn't, I mean, is it maybe comparable to other brands? Possibly, but I can't think of a brand that I feel like the formulas are similar to. Not, at least not exact dupes. Like, I feel like they have their own formula and it's amazing. The mattes are, they're pigmented, but not super pigmented straight off the bat, but they blend out beautifully and they build like a dream. The purple that I used today just performed like an absolute whatever it is that I could say. That is the best thing that I could say about the shadow. It's just amazing. And the shimmers are so interesting. Like, in the pan, they're quite hard pressed, and I don't feel like they swatch as well as they look on the eyes. I feel like on the eyes with some glitter primer, which is what I always do, I use my NYX glitter primer, I just find that they really pop, and I don't think that the pans do them justice. Whereas sometimes I feel like it's the other way around, like shadows will look better in the pan than they do on the eyes, but these are just so wonderful, and they're not that super creamy emollient formula. Even though that is what they look like on the eyes, they're more of a drier formula. So they just wear really well on me, and I've just had the best time with this brand in general. I think that their eyeshadows are just so good. My eyeshadow primer, as always, is the Natasha Denona eyeshadow base, which is my absolute favorite. My lash glue is the Duo Lash Glue in the blue tube. This is my favorite. I find that a lot of the times, see, it could just be because of the way that I put on my lashes. I double line, so I will put glue on my lashes and then I will use a small like eyeliner brush to kind of line my upper lash line. And I find that with a lot of other lash glues, the lash glue doesn't completely dry down. So like I'll have like sticky spots on my lid where like I put a little bit too much glue on maybe, or the lash is like not like right on top of the glue, and that bothers me the rest of the day. Again, it could just be because of the way that I put on my lashes, but I also like the way that the glue comes off of the lash band when I kind of rip it off. And I find that when I take my lashes off, the glue sticks to my my fake lashes and not to my real lashes. So super easy to remove, both like from my eye and from the lash itself. It's really easy to peel off the glue when I take them off. So I really like this lash glue. My lip combo today is a lip liner from Colourpop in the shade Brink. I just wanted a nude lip liner, and I got a package from Unearthly with all of their new glosses, which I'm so excited for these. Like, these look so freaking beautiful. I'm sure there will be people on Instagram and stuff doing lip swatches. I am not someone who's going to do lip swatches with a lip gloss. First of all, I don't have the best lips to show off like a gloss. Like, I find that I need a lip liner in order to use the gloss properly because my upper lip is so small that I kind of need to balance them out. So if you want to say lip swatches, I don't think I'm the best person to like really show off the colors, but I think they're beautiful. I'm using this one today, which is sort of a, I really like the opacity of these. Like, they're colorful, but they're not super opaque, especially the like the more translucent, like glittery ones. They have other ones that are more of that kind of opaque. Like, you can probably see the difference in the tubes. Like, the pink one is the one that's opaque. I'm not sure if it really comes off on camera, but the orange one has like little glitter specks in them. So this is the more sheer formula and this is the more opaque formula. I'm using the sheerer formula today, but they both have enough color to them that you can kind of see what is on. I didn't put on a lot today. I put on a very thin layer because I didn't want it to be goopy, so it's not gonna look super orange, but if I were to build this up, it would look orange. And I think the formula is beautiful. It's a little sticky. Is it though? No, not really. It sticks to my lips very nicely, but it's not sticky. And I think that it's going to be a fairly long lasting gloss, and I think they look beautiful. They apply really nicely. I think that they did an amazing job with this formula, and I'm so happy that I have all of these because I wouldn't have bought like the whole range myself, but having them, I know I'm going to get a lot of use out of them. My lashes today are the Dreamer lashes from Unicorn Cosmetics, and my waterline I think is the only thing I haven't mentioned yet. I use this one from Highlghters, and I love it. Like when I pull down my lash line, you can really see the color, but that's the thing with metallic eyeliners. I find that when I'm not doing this, like you can't really see the color in there. It just kind of like shines a little bit, and I don't know if I love that. But this is the one from Highlghters, like I said, in the shade Limelight. It's a beautiful kind of multi-chrome eyeliner, but it just, in the waterline, it doesn't really do them justice, I feel like. So anyway, I do really like this look. I think it turned out beautifully, and I love these shimmers. Like, they are so gorgeous. Oh, I'm so excited to be wearing this the rest of the day. So that's going to be it for look number 1. Let's just go ahead and jump into all of the other looks that you're going to see, because I think there's going to be quite a lot of indie makeup and quite a lot of new makeup, but also some old makeup. So let's just jump into the next one. Here is my next look, and I was feeling quite summery today. I'm also going to a bit of a Hawaiian themed Scrabble night, so I was like, let me do something kind of summery and like, you know, fresh. And I'm wearing my Betsey Johnson like upside down pineapple earrings. This one is not upside down, but they're flipped. I don't know, I really like them. I think they're super cute, and I really like this color combo. I wanted more of a, I guess, sunsetty look today. So I'm using some old stuff and some new stuff. My base makeup is pretty much the same up until blush, I would say. So I'm using 2 blushes today. I did a bit of a like blush draping. I did mostly like pink up here and then like more orange on the bottom. So I'm using the orange one from Benefit. This is the box thingy in the shade Butterfly. I really like it, and then I'm still kind of playing around with the House Labs one. I really like this blush formula. It's super easy to use. It's not too pigmented, so I really like this formula, and I would actually like to get more colors of these as well. I think they're beautiful. For my eyes today, I'm using, I was going to turn on the camera when I did parts of this because I'm still testing out the Shall We makeup stuff that they sent me. So they sent me these are like multi-chrome liquid eyeshadows, and this is in the shade Fifth Dimension. So I layered this one over the top of my Blend Bunny Blends palette, and I just did 2 mattes because I wanted something underneath, because these are kind of sheer. So I used this shade and this shade just as a base for the liquid shadow, and then I put the shadow over the top. And I will say, I think this formula is not my favorite when it comes to liquid eyeshadows now. I don't really use liquid eyeshadows very often, so I don't have a ton to compare it to, but I don't think this is going to be my favorite. I find it to be a little bit too sheer. Like, I had to build this up, and this is 2 layers over the top of the matte shadows, so I feel like there's a lot of product on here, even though it's a bit of a thin formula, but it's a little finicky to work with. And because it's a little bit on the sheer side and you need 2 layers, you got to make sure that the layers are like even in order for everything to become even when you put the extra layer over the top. And it also takes a little while to dry down, so I had to kind of just sit here with my fan and be like, are you dry yet? Which is kind of annoying. I find liquid shadows, I want them to dry down very quickly, like just enough time to be able to like maneuver them a little bit, but then I want them to really set down. But I do think that these are going to wear quite well, because they do, once they dry, like they dry. Like, I put these on my hand and kind of like, you know, tested them out that way. And I think that if you have the patience to use them, I think you're going to get a good result. But I feel like I could have gotten this exact same result just layering a shimmer shadow over the top of this, and it would have been a lot easier. So not sure how I feel about it. Maybe liquid shadows just aren't really my thing, which is totally fine too. But I don't know, I'm going to have to just see how these wear and sort of make up my mind about them later. I'm trying to find my lash case today. I'm still using the half lashes from Bright Lashes, which are in the shade Flirt. I really like these. I think they're so pretty, so easy to put on, and they're just, I feel like I'm able to blend them in with my real lashes pretty nicely. Maybe not like the best application today. I do feel like if I had used a black liner with these just on my top, it would be a little bit easier. It's not often that I don't do liner with my lashes, but I didn't today because I just wanted to kind of see how it works out. And I still think they look really nice. Like, I think they're beautiful, beautiful half lashes. Let's see, what else? My lip is pretty much the same as always. It's my Natasha Denona, my Perfect. I never know like the actual name of this. Is it My Dream Lip Liner? I think that's what it's called. It's either My Perfect Lip Liner or My Dream Lip Liner. I think it was from the Dream collection. My Dream Palette, My Dream Lip Liner. Am I making sense? I don't know. I think that's what it's called. And I'm just using a gloss from Lethal over the top, which is in the shade Lightscape. I'm gonna probably eat before I head out, so this is gonna have to be reapplied after anyway, so I just wanted to put something on to like have a complete look on. My highlighter today is the Noctilucent palette, no one surprised. I'm using this shade right here, which is the shade Phenomena, and I have that on my brow bone as well as my face and on my nose, and I'm just doing a couple of rhinestones, which are the same ones that I always use from Amazon. I'm using kind of the small ones today, so I have 3 of these just like in the front because I thought the colors would be the same as in the earrings. Like the kind of light reflection is in it is the same, so I don't know, I just thought it kind of makes sense. So I think that's pretty much it. I think that's all that I have on my face today. I really like this look. I wish I had turned on the camera for when I put on the liquid eyeshadow. I was supposed to do that, and then I was listening to music and I just completely forgot. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's look. Here is my next look. I gotta keep this short because my battery is blinking, which means that I do not have a lot of time to film this before my battery dies. So what is on my eyes today? I am using actually all of the Blend Bunny palettes, like every single one of my Blend Bunny palettes, because I did a palette bingo with this, which should be up already. I can link that in the corner if I remember, if you want to watch it. But I had a lot of fun with this, and I think it turned out really, really pretty. And I love the multi-chrome on my lid so much. It's so beautiful. It's from the Trove Quad. I don't know if this is available. I'm of course going to try to link all of the things that I'm talking about down below if you want to go check them out. For my face, still using the same foundation, same concealer. I am still testing out the Florasis Loose Setting Powder, and the first time I used it, I felt like it made my foundation oily faster than it normally does. So I'm gonna give it another go today and see how I feel about it. I like it more under my eyes than to set my face. I feel like I have to use a lot of it to set my face, which is, I feel like there's just not that much product in here. Yeah, there's like 8 grams, which isn't like not much, but is not that much. Am I making sense? I hope so. Anyway, I'm also using the Florasis bronzer because I'm still also testing this one out, but I really like this from the face palette. I think it is beautiful. I do have a code with Florasis. I forgot that when they sent me a PR package, they also sent me a link to sign up for their affiliate program, and I did that, and I didn't even mention it in the video because I completely forgot, but I'll have the code on my screen. I think it's like Annette X Florasis or something like that. I don't know. I guess apparently they couldn't make the code just Annette, so that's what that is. Let's see. What else am I using? I'm using the Blend Bunny Noctilucent palette on my face, which was part of my palette bingo, and I randomly drew a number to use, and I drew this one, which is one of my favorites. So that is what is my highlighter today. My lashes today are a pair that I haven't used before. It's the stiletto lashes that BK Beauty did with Risa Does Makeup, and I think these are beautiful. I really like these lashes. My application isn't perfect today. This lash should have been a little bit further in, or this one should have been a little bit further out, but I just wasn't quite used to the length of the lashes yet. So sometimes when it's my first time wearing them, I don't know exactly where to place them, and sometimes the placement ends up being a little bit uneven, but I really like the lashes. I think they're beautiful. I think the style is really pretty. These are like more subtle lashes, but they're still long enough to give me like a little bit of drama. Like I feel like these are what a lengthening mascara would do to your lash. Like they don't really give you volume, but they give you a lot of length, and I think they look really nice. So very happy about the lashes. I think they look beautiful. Let's see, is that it? My lips today is a lip liner from ColourPop, and I'm using another one of the new Unearthly glosses. My lip liner is the shade Brink, and I used that because I thought that it would look nice with this shade. So this is one of the more opaque shades, again from Unearthly Cosmetics. I really like this formula. I think it is beautiful. Like I'm swatching this on my hand now, and you can see it's quite opaque, but you can also kind of sheer it out if you don't use like that much of it. So depending on like how much of the glosses that you use, you can get more of a sheer application, but I like the amount of pigment that these have. I do like glosses that are more on the pigmented side. And in my, I think it was the last one of these videos, I asked you guys if any of you knew of a replacement that I could get for my Lethal gloss that was sort of a opaque nude gloss, and 2 of you commented within like 5 minutes of each other, which I thought was crazy, to try the Lisa Eldridge glosses. And I was like, you know what? I've been wanting to try Lisa Eldridge for a long time, and I've just never really made an order. So I went on her website, and not only did I buy a gloss, but I also got, because this is what like a normal person would do, right? Which is like the complete opposite of what a normal person would do. But I ended up getting 2 lipsticks, one of like each of her formulas, and I also got a lip liner and a foundation because I was on there and I was curious about the brand. I was like, well, if I'm gonna make an order, I might as well get all of the things that I've been wanting to try. So I have an order coming, and I think this might even get here today. been like 3 days since I ordered it, and I think it's coming today. So that's exciting. So maybe tomorrow, the next look that you'll see, I'll use some of those things, depending on if it gets there today or tomorrow. But yeah, that's exciting. So I think that's pretty much going to be it for this look. No, I did not mention my blush. I'm still using the Pat McGrath palette, which don't think anyone's surprised. I'm using this shade right here. So that's going to be it for today. So I got to go before my camera dies. So I will see you for the next look right now. I am having a very good makeup day today, which always makes me happy because a good makeup day is just a good start to the day. So let me tell you what I'm wearing today. My base products are pretty much the same. I am using the Highlghters contour for my bronzer today. This is the medium one. I'm using this shade right here. And my blush is the House Labs one that I just bought recently. This is in the shade Hibiscus Haze. The one thing I will say about this blush is I feel like it doesn't really show up true to pan. Like I built it up pretty much as I could today, and this is like the most pigment that I could get. So if you're of a darker skin tone, maybe these won't show up as well on you as they kind of appear like they would. Just something to keep in mind. I do think the formula is beautiful. They're really easy to work with. They build and blend beautifully, but they don't build up to like full pigment like you see in the pan, but I do really like it still. My eyes today are definitely the star of the show, and I'm not reviewing anything today. I just wanted to kind of play with makeup, so I'm in my neutral face kind of look. I mean, I can't help it. Like, I just think that there's something so beautiful about pairing special shimmers with just some neutral mattes, and I'm using the Pat McGrath palette. This is the Bronze Seduction. I really wanted to pull this out again because I have it and I love it. I'm using the 2 mattes in here, which are beautiful. I really like the 2 mattes, and I'm using 3 of the shimmers. I'm using this one underneath my eye, topped with this one, and then on the front portion of my lid I have this sort of greeny shade, and I also have this shade as my brow bone shade, and the shimmer on my lid is actually from the Bella Beauty Bar Strange and Unusual palette, which I don't know if this palette is available anymore. It might be open for pre-order. I'll link everything down below, of course. I'm using this shade right here, and that's pretty much the look, and I love it. I think it is so beautiful. I will also have all of my codes and stuff linked down below in my description box as well, or listed, I should say. And also, I also mark everything that I've gotten sent in PR and what I bought myself. If I were to mention it for every single product, like in this video, it would be so boring to listen to, because it would just be like, this is my code, I got this sent in PR, this is my code, I bought this myself, or blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So just check my description box if you're interested in knowing any of the details. My highlighter today is the Noctilucent palette from Blend Bunny, and I'm using the yellow shade, which is the shade called Enlighten. Absolutely love it. It is one of my favorite highlighters in my collection. I think it is so beautiful. I also have a little bit of nude in my waterline, which is just Honeydew from ColourPop. My lashes today are a pair that I need to be in a like brave mood to put these on, because sometimes I don't get the best application with them and they look a little wonky. They're not wonky today per se, but I feel like at least they're unevenly put on both sides, so they end up looking even. Like I haven't gotten them fully close to my inner corner, but like they're both poking out the same way, so it's fine. These are the Bubble Pop lashes from Unicorn Cosmetics. I think they're beautiful lashes. They're kind of like 5 clutters, and then there's like spaces in between, and I think they're really nice. I feel like they suit me quite nicely too. They're not too big, but they're definitely bigger than a lot of my other lashes, but I think they're really pretty. My lip combo today, I feel like is interesting. I'm using the, where did I put that one? Oh, right here. I'm using the Lisa Eldridge lip products that I said in my last look probably, that I ended up getting in the mail. And I have the shade Fawn in the lip liner, which lovely color. I think it is so beautiful. I do think it's a little bit drying though, which is somewhat surprising to me. I wasn't expecting that with a lip liner. It goes on really, really smoothly and is creamy to apply, but it almost dries down to like too matte of a finish, which is probably going to mean it's very long lasting. So I'm more interested in using this with a gloss over using this with the lipstick that I chose today. So this is also one from Lisa Eldridge, and this is one of the matte kind of velvety lipsticks, and I got mine in the shade Velvet Fawn, which is the one that's supposed to match the lip liner, and I think the color again is beautiful, but I feel like it's a little drying. I don't know. Like, it doesn't look the absolute best on the lips. It doesn't look bad. It's just, I was expecting it to be a little more silicone-y maybe. It just feels a little dry, but we'll see how it wears. I didn't put any kind of lip balm or anything underneath today because I just wanted to use it on its own and see what it would feel like and wear like. So I'm gonna test it out, but so far it's not my favorite formula. yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to keep testing it. I also bought one of her lip glosses, which is why I made the order to begin with, and I haven't used this yet, but I did put it on just like randomly when I first got it yesterday, and I think it's really, really pretty. This is the shade called Affair. Haven't really like worn it or anything, but I'm excited to have this. This is one of the semi-opaque ones, so I'm really interested in testing that one out. I also got the shade Rose Official from the like more creamy lipsticks, and I think this color is beautiful. Seems more like a sheer buildable formula, so I think I'm gonna really like that. The foundation I actually ended up buying as well, but I got the color and it's way too light for me, and I was like, what? Like, I literally got the light neutral shade, and it's probably 3 shades lighter than my hand when I put it on my hand, and my hand is usually lighter than my face, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm even gonna try it. And it also seemed like a formula that I wouldn't like. It almost felt more like skincare infused, or yeah, skincare infused with like pigment. I don't know. It felt more like a moisturizer, and it didn't seem to really dry down. So I'm a little bit like, not sure I would love that, but probably gonna give it a go on a day where I'm not leaving the house, which I am leaving the house today, so that is not happening. But I really, really like this look. I think it turned out beautiful. Oh, the shimmer on the lid, I just cannot stop looking. There's something to me that is so special about pairing like these very intense, like crazy pigmented shiny shimmers with like just some neutral mattes. I think it just really makes them pop, and I think it looks so pretty. So that's gonna be it for today's look, I think. Here is today's makeup, and today's makeup was definitely more inspired by my outfit, or should I say I didn't want it to clash with my outfit, because my outfit's a lot. I'm wearing like, okay, let me see if I can show you, but I'm wearing very bright pink pants, and I was like, we got yellow and blue and pink going on, and I didn't want to do anything that would overpower it on my face. So that's how this ended up happening, and I played with a palette today that I feel like is very underrated, and just a brand that is very underrated in general, and I've been really enjoying the 2 palettes that I have from the brand, and this is from What's Up Beauty. This is their Geode palette, and it's quite a neutral palette, but I really like their formula. I think it is amazing. The only thing I wish is that they would have like just a couple of more colorful mattes in their palettes, because this one is pretty much all neutral-ish mattes. We have like a sort of green murky color up here and a yellow, but other than that it's mostly just neutrals. But the shimmers from this brand, if you use a glitter primer, I do have to say that you need to use a sticky base with these to really be able to get that beautiful wet looking kind of sheer but also very sophisticated but beautiful result. I think that these are just amazing. Their other palette is really, really great as well. I absolutely love it, and I feel like this goes really nicely with the look. Like, I feel like I'm pulling in the same colors that I have in my outfit on my lid. I have like the yellow and the blue and the pink on my lid as my shimmers, and then I did just a little bit of a neon pink liner to kind of go with the pants. I thought that that would kind of make sense, and then I have blue in my waterline to kind of match the sweater that I'm wearing. So I'm like all about the color blocking today, and I kind of like it. I think it turned out really good and very pretty. Let's see, for the rest of my face, I'm using the Valentino foundation. Everything else pretty much the same. Kaleidos bronzer. My blush today is from ColourPop. I wanted something quite pink again because my pants are pink, and I was like, that makes sense. This is the Woo Me blush from ColourPop. I really like this. I think it is a beautiful blush, beautiful formula, beautiful color. Nothing I really don't like about it. My lip combo today is the Natasha Denona My Perfect Nude, or no, My Perfect. I will never ever know the name of this actual color, and I really don't care to look it up. Sorry, not sorry. And I'm using the, not Natasha Denona. This is the Charlotte Tilbury. I also will never know the name of these, but these are the, like the kind of liquid balms, I guess you could call them. I don't know. It's like a sheer liquid balmy lipstick. It's not liquid. It's like shiny lipstick. I don't know. It's early in the morning, okay? This is in the shade Pillow Talk. I love this. It's a beautiful sort of nudie pink color, and I think that with the Natasha Denona lip liner, it just looks perfect. Like, I love this combination so much. My highlighter today is the Noctilucent palette from Lemony, and I'm using the shade Enlighten, which is my favorite. My lashes are the Divine Lights from House of Lashes. I feel like I haven't used these in such a long time, and just putting them on again reminded me how much I love them, because I think they're just the perfect lash for me. I think they are amazing. I think that's pretty much it. I'm kind of in a hurry. I do have to go somewhere today, so yeah, I really like this look. I think it turned out really fun, but still a little bit toned down. I don't know. just the kind of stuff that I've been enjoying lately. So that's gonna be it for this look. Let's just, I don't know what I'm gonna do next. You'll see that right now. Alright, so this is the next look of the video, and I used a new release today. This video should be up after I've shown this palette, so I'm obviously going to show it to you now, but this is the new Nomad palette, and when I got this in the mail, I got this before they had really shown the palette. I opened the package and I was like, wow, like that is beautiful. This is probably my favorite Nomad palette, especially when it comes to the color story. It is such a beautiful jewel toned. It's got very royal vibes to it, which I mean makes perfect sense with the theme of the palette and everything, and I think they did a fantastic job with this color story. I think it is so beautiful. I love the matte selection in this, and it's so fun that they paired it with a row of multi-chromes. I'm still kind of testing out the multi-chromes. I'm not really sure like how I feel about these compared to others in my collection. I also need to see how they wear, but the shades that I use today are beautiful. This one is more of a satin, which isn't my favorite, but the other ones are very, very metallic and very beautiful and very shiny. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to play around with this a little bit more, but so far I'm having a great time with this. I thought everything performed really, really well, and I like the look that I ended up doing. I didn't even say what I used today. I used this shade as my transition shade as well as underneath my eye, and then I used this shade to deepen it up with, this shade on my lid, this shade on my lid, this shade underneath my eye, just like right here. And then I use the Noctilucent palette in my inner corner because how can I not, right? My lashes today are the Dragoness lashes from Unicorn Cosmetics. I don't think these are available anymore. I bought these such a long time ago, and they were just in my drawer for the longest time until I felt brave enough to finally put them on and wear them. But they are some of my favorites on days where I want to have a bit of a bigger lash, and I feel like my lash application today is very, very good. Like very good. Like you can barely see that I made any kind of mistakes. Like usually they'll be a little bit wonky in like one spot on one eye, but I feel like I nailed it today, which is a good feeling. Originally I had on a pink lipstick, but I switched it because I didn't feel like it went with the look. So I'm using, where is my lip liner? I'm using the Endpoint lip liner from House Labs, which I guess I put it back in my drawer. And then I'm just using my Dream Nude lipstick from Natasha Denona because it just goes with everything. And I felt like pink with this blue look was a little bit too clashy. But I really like this look. My earrings, I always get questioned about these. These are from Betsey Johnson, and I don't know if they're available anymore. I know they sell some Betsey Johnson jewelry on Amazon. I don't know like how legit it is, but it is a Betsey Johnson store. So maybe check it out there. Usually TJ Maxx will have like pretty affordable Betsey Johnson earrings and jewelry as well, and I love her stuff. I think it's just so cute. My blush today is the House Labs one, which I'm still sort of playing around with. Really been enjoying it. It's in the shade Hibiscus Haze, and I've probably said that already a couple of times in this video. I think that is pretty much like all that is sort of on my face that I need to mention. My highlighter, of course, Noctilucent palette as well. I think that's pretty much it. I'm using a lot of the same things. My waterline is just Prance from ColourPop. So I think that's pretty much going to be it for this look. It's going to be a pretty quick and simple clip here, but maybe it's better that way. So let's just move into the next look. I ended up doing another look with the new Nomad palette, and I really like how this turned out. Like, this is kind of what I've been into lately, not gonna lie. You guys know. Neutrals with like a pop of color, special shimmer. Not mad at it. I basically used this full row here as well as the shimmer. So beautiful. The only thing I will say is I feel like the multi-chromes, even though they are pretty and shiny, they're not the most like out there multi-chromes. Like they're very, very pretty, and the look that I wore yesterday wore so beautifully. I barely had any creasing at all, and these are black base multi-chromes, which usually tend to crease pretty badly on me. So if you struggle with creasing with multi-chromes, I think you're really going to like these because these are so far wearing really, really well, which like I said is pretty surprising, but I think they're very pretty. They're not like Cleona shifty or like Cleona metallics, but they're very beautiful, and I'm very impressed, especially for multi-chromes being in palettes. Like that's usually very expensive to put multi-chromes in palettes, so I'm happy they were able to do so because this color story paired with multi-chromes is just so fun. Like I love this palette so far. I'm having a great time with this. My lashes today are the BK Beauty and Risa Does Makeup lashes in the style Stiletto. These are also growing on me. The first time I used them, I felt like I couldn't really like get the best application, which was totally my own fault, but I think I got it better on today and they look really nice. Like, these are natural while still being there, for me anyway, but I also have very small hooded eyes, so just something to keep in mind that lashes that look big on me probably won't look big on you unless you have the same kind of eye shape that I do. So just keep that in mind, and if you're looking for lashes, look for other people wearing the same lashes and see how they look on them, because I've realized for myself that lashes look so different on different people. Like, I will see someone wear the lashes that I like and I can barely even see that they're wearing lashes, or I'll see someone wear some lashes that I think look absolutely beautiful and then I'll try them and they just completely overwhelm my eyes and I just can't wear them. So it really just depends on like the size of your eyes and also your eye shape. So just kind of search around if you're looking for lashes and find someone that has similar eyes to you. My lipstick today, I'm still using the Lisa Eldridge lipstick. I'm sort of playing around with these. I'm using the lip liner. The lip liner is growing on me. I feel like I like it more the more I use it. The color isn't perfect for me. I wish it was a little bit more on the brown side rather than the pink side, but I do think it looks really nice. And I'm still using the Velvet Fawn, I think it's called, lip color. And I did put a lip balm underneath today and it definitely looks a lot better and it feels a lot better, and that's what I did yesterday as well. So I think it looks really nice, and I think it just needed a little bit of moisture underneath because it's a very matte formula, like very, very matte. Velvet is a fitting name, but it's definitely like a velvet matte formula. Let me know if you've tried these and how you feel about this formula, because I feel like everybody loves the Lisa Eldridge lipsticks from what I've gathered. I haven't really heard anybody have a bad review on them, so I didn't know what to expect going into it because I haven't really watched any like proper reviews on them. I just hear people saying they like them, so I figured I would love them as well. And I don't know if I'd go as far as to say I love them, but I like it so far. I still need to play around with it just a little bit more. For my face today, I'm using the Pat McGrath Holiday Palette from 2 years ago. This is the Divine Blush Glow-In Trio. Not available anymore, but I love it. I'm using these two shades right here. I think they're absolutely beautiful. There's something about the Pat McGrath like face formulas that just work really well for me, and I think they always end up just looking really, really nice. I think that's pretty much it that's on my face today. I'm also using some blue, do I even color? Yellow in my waterline. This is from About Face. It's the shade Eternal Sunshine, and I like it. I feel like I've never really found a yellow eyeliner that I love. Like, they always end up being a little bit dry, a little bit crumbly. It could also just be like the way that yellow is made in that format. Not really sure why those can never be like super creamy and smooth, but I do think it goes in the waterline nicely and it stays nicely, but just getting it in there is a little bit of a hassle, but I still think it looks really nice and I feel like it sort of completed this look. So I think that's pretty much going to be it for this one as well. Also pretty short of a clip probably, but let's just move into what could be the last look. I've completely lost track, but I think I'm just going to do another look with the Nomad palette because I want to get a 3-look video up with this before it launches. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the last look of this video, and I filmed again with the Nomad palette, and I really like this look. This came out exactly how I envisioned it to come out, and I love when that happens. So I used these two mattes in my crease, which worked beautifully, such beautiful colors, and then I just have this shade all over my lid and this shade underneath my eye, and that's it. Super, super easy, but very impactful, and I think this multi-chrome is so pretty. Like, I can't get over how much I love these. Like I said in my video where I filmed with this palette and I reviewed this palette, I really feel like these multi-chromes aren't like the best that I have in my collection, but they just look so nice and so smooth. And even though they're not super shifty, they're shifty enough that you can see it's a multi-chrome and they wear so well. So I'm majorly impressed by them. I think that they did a really good job, especially considering that these aren't like sold as singles. Maybe they sell them as singles, I'm not really sure, but the fact that they're in a palette and there are so many of them and they're such good quality, like, that's impressive. Let's see, what else am I using today? I'm actually using the Pat McGrath foundation because I'm not going anywhere today, and I like to use this on days where I know I can take my makeup off early and I don't have to wear it for too long because it doesn't wear the absolute best on me past like 8 hours. So yeah, I'm probably just going to be chilling at home most of the day today. I'm using the Highlghters bronzer trio. I think this is a light one. I just kind of pulled the one that I had in front of me, using this as my bronzer. My blush is still the House Labs one, which I've just really been enjoying this. just think it's really pretty. I've mentioned it so many times in this video already, I think. I also did some faux freckles today, which I haven't done in a while. I need to buy a new one of these. I really like this freckle pen from Lime Crime. This is in the shade Amber. It's the one that I prefer to use if I do want to put on some freckles, and I do like it from time to time, especially in the summer, which, I mean, it is starting to get warmer here, so it's feeling a little bit more like spring and summer, and I'm sure in the summer I'm going to want to do this more often because I really think it looks cute. My eyeliner today is just the nude one from Norvina, and my lashes are the Dreamy Lashes from Lily Lashes. These are the Butterfly Eyes collection that they did, and I just really like these as a very small half lash. These are very small lashes. If you have hooded eyes, you struggle with lashes, these are great. If you don't have small eyes or you don't have hooded eyes, these are probably going to be too small for you, but if you want something that looks fairly natural or very easy to put on but still gives a little bit of length and volume, I think you're going to love these because I've been really liking them on days where I want to have a lash but I don't want to have like a big lash. I just want to have a little bit of a lash, and these are, like I said, just perfect. My highlighter today is the Gifted Highlighter from Highlghters. It's one of the multi-chromes. This one I don't have pan on yet, but I will probably hit pan on it at some point. I haven't used this one as much as I have the other one because I like the color of the other one a little bit more, but I really do enjoy this too. I think it is just so, so pretty. Let's see, what else? My lip combo today is the Brink eyeliner from lip liner from ColourPop, and I have another one of the Unearthly glosses on top. This is in the shade Drizzle. This is a beautiful, beautiful gloss. I really thought this would be a little bit lighter just from seeing it like on the tip here, but I find that this is a little deceptive, and I feel like the color of the actual gloss is like a little bit darker than what you can see through the bottle, the container, what would you call it? I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. So I really like this. This is a beautiful nude gloss with some color to it, kind of what I've been looking for lately. I will say I do think I like the Lisa Eldridge one a little bit more, just like consistency wise. It's a little bit thinner. This one is a little bit on the thicker side, which I don't mind that, but I feel like it's gonna get a little bit messy on like glasses and stuff like that, or, you know, cups if you're drinking coffee like I do. So yeah, I really do like it though. I think the color of it is absolutely stunning, and the formula is really nice as well. It's not sticky at all. It's just a little bit thick, but nothing that really bothers me. So I think that's gonna be it for this video. I'm trying to see if I remembered everything. I think I did. I don't think there's anything I hadn't mentioned. So that's gonna be it for this Makeup Diaries. If you want to see some more of these, I of course have a long playlist. I'll put that right there. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.